What is going on, everyone? It is the last day of February, the 28th. Tomorrow's March the 1st, and we finally got some good weather. This past week down here in Missouri, it's been in the upper 50s and 60s. Man, it's just been absolutely beautiful. So I am headed down to the lake and gonna go out tomorrow, and I'm gonna troll some jigs. I'm gonna pull some jigs. So we're gonna go out and just try to find fish. I have not fished probably, honestly, since October, November, and so we're going in with a blank slate. So I'm guessing the water temperature, I mean, it's got to be in the 40s. Just with, I mean, we had last weekend, we still had ice on the water, back of coves and stuff. So I really don't know what I'm going to do. Just try to locate some fish. I'm thinking probably target that 20 foot of water, and you know, just do some down imaging, side scan, see if I can locate some fish, and then we'll pull some not crankbaits, but we'll pull some jigs. I've got 8 rods. I don't know if I'll pull all 8. I'm going to play around with it. I'm playing around with some different rods, different reels, just to kind of see, since we're so early in the season here, just to kind of see, you know, kind of what my setup's going to be going into, you know, really hitting spring hard. So I've got 2 16-footers, I've got 2 10-footers, 2 8-footers, and 2 7-footers. So I'll stagger those out. Like I said, I don't know if I'll pull all 8 of them, but we'll, you know, we'll pull somewhere between 4 and 8. I'd like to pull all 8, but we'll just play it by ear. Rigged everything back up. Got everything set up this year with 6-pound K9 high-vis fluorocarbon. I'm gonna steer away from the monofilament this year for all my casting and my trolling as well too. I'm gonna be pulling fin spins with. I think I'm gonna throw some Charlie Brewer sliders out there. If you've watched the videos, you know I am a fan of Charlie Brewer, and we'll throw those out there, as well as you know, we'll do some crappie magnets as well too, with those curly tails. So that's kind of the game plan. Like I said, just this spring I'm really gonna hit hard the pulling jigs and spider rigging. So honestly, even going into the spawn, I don't even care if I don't cast or not. I think I can hammer them pretty good, trying to catch those big girls moving in shallow, you know, all through the spawn. You know, catch them moving in, and then you know, catch them as they're moving back out after they've dropped their eggs as well too. So I don't know. I'm sure we'll do a little casting to the banks once it gets to be that time, but I'm going to focus hard on kind of catching those fish moving in. My goal is to kind of follow them in. I want to, you know, I think we're early enough in the season here where, you know, if I can consistently get down here, consistently be trolling, I can really accurately kind of see what the fish are doing as far as moving into the banks and that. So that's the plan. So let's get down there. We're gonna get the boat set up tonight. We'll get out there. Not super worried about getting out right at daylight, but we'll get out shortly after daylight in the morning, and hopefully we can get on some fish. So I will see you guys on the water in the morning. All right, so we are finally back at it. First time out this year, 2025, and we're early. Water temp is 39.6 degrees. I'm up Indian Creek here a ways. I'm gonna run this creek channel all the way to the back, pulling some jigs. Just trying to find some now, seeing what they're doing, seeing where they're at. So I see some guys are running hold on. We got a problem here with the trolling motor. I'll get back to you here. All right, not sure what happened there. Had a little issue with the route and the track that I had laid. So we're back on now. So like I was saying, I am up Indian Creek. We're gonna run the all the way to the back, and I don't know, see if they're in the creek channels or not, see what they're doing. Like I mentioned, water temp is 39 degrees up here, and I know guys are, I've seen some guys catching them, obviously, off some docks. I just don't feel like casting or shooting docks right now, so I want to really, like I mentioned before, I want to really focus and hit, you know, focus on pulling jigs this year, especially coming into the spring. So it might not be productive today, I don't know, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna run up here. I got my down imaging on. We'll see if we can you know, locate some fish, see kind of where they're at in the water column and that. So stay tuned. Hopefully we can throw a little video together. So if not, we'll just keep at it. So this is kind of going to be my game plan moving forward this spring. So like I said, March the 1st, real early, water temp 39, had ice on the lake in some coves and stuff the end of our last weekend. So yeah, we're just starting to thaw out down here. So let's see what we can get into. So I'm all the way in the back of Indian Creek, like coming up all the way in the back, 11 foot of water. And this is the first time since I started this creek channel in Indian Creek that I'm actually marking fish on the sonar. So let's see, I don't know, let's see what they are, see if we can maybe get into one here. I don't know. The setup here, what I'm running as far as poles go. So I'm doing these a little bit different than the way I do my crankbaits. My crankbaits, I run all 14-foot rods. That way I can rotate. You know, if I catch one on the inside, I just rotate the rods in. Here, what I've done is I've got 16-footers on the outside, 10-footers. That's an 8 on the left side. The one on the right is a 7.2, and then on the inside are 6-footers. I've done that way I can get my spacing, and I've also, with my crankbaits, I usually run my rod holders, you know, square to the boat, so straight across. I guess that'd be perpendicular to the back of the boat. What I've done here is I've actually turned my rod holders not quite parallel with the boat, but that way I'm able to utilize my rods for my spacing, and not necessarily have to turn my the rod holders in the individual rod holders. So I'm using K9 6-pound high vis fluorocarbon on all the reels, and right now my reels are just a combination of reels that I've had. I'm looking at, I'll probably eventually get all the same reels. That way I can have these setups ready to go. More than likely what I'm looking at are the B&M Pro 100s, so about $40 for each reel. But I'd like to have individual setups for every you know, technique, whether that's casting, casting, or I'm marking some fish here, sorry, casting, pulling jigs, pulling crankbaits. That way I don't have to keep switching things around, and I can just easily grab what I need and go. So haven't had much success here. I mean, haven't had any success. I'm running anywhere between 0.7 and 1.0 miles an hour. And what I've done is that has I use the Precision Trolling app, and I just went ahead and bought, I think it was $12.99 for their crappie package. That includes all your crankbaits and also jigs as well too. So running 0.75 with a 16th ounce jig head. the fin spin, and a slab curly, 2-inch slab curly. That's gonna put me, if I remember correctly, 9 feet at 40 foot behind the boat. So 40 foot, I figure 40, 50 foot is a normal cast. I just cast them out and lock them in. So when I bump it up to, here, actually I can tell you exactly what it is. We don't have to guess. So on the Precision Trolling app, oh, let me pull it up here. Precision Trolling app, a 16th ounce round jig. Now I'm using the fin spins, but 16th ounce jig with a 2-inch twister tail at 0.75, 40 foot behind the boat. That puts you at 9 foot down. So when I bump it up to 1 mile an hour, that puts me at 6 foot. So you can see as you increase your speed with these, what that does is that actually brings your jig up. So if you wanted to get a little bit deeper, you can always switch to an 1/8 ounce jig. But today, it hasn't really made a difference, honestly. I don't think. I haven't even been marking that many fish. I have seen some fish, but there's a ton of shad around. I've seen big balls of shad. So I don't know if that's factoring in or what. Like I said, water temp right now where I'm at is 40.55 degrees. So it's definitely cold. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a turn here, go back down this cove one more time into the back here, and we'll probably call it a day after that. So go back, eat a bite, hit the road, watch the kid play some hockey tonight. Big hockey game for him. He's up in Canada, and they're looking to make a push for the playoffs. So we'll get home in time to catch the game. So let's buzz back down through here one more time. I did see some big bait clusters, and did mark a couple fish. So I don't know. I'm not gonna keep anything. You know, if I catch 1 or 2 now, it's not worth keeping. If all 8 rods go down, we'll talk about it then. So let's see here if we can maybe get into something. Well, I haven't had any luck today pulling jigs, so long lining. So what I did was I ran up Indian Creek, and I followed the creek channel all the way back. I went back to where the water depth was about 30 foot, and I just followed, like I said, followed that creek channel all the way back. I did not mark any fish until on the down imaging or side imaging until I got back into about 12 foot of water. The water temperature back there was I think 40 degrees. So water temperature is still pretty cold down here. So what I've decided to do is I've ran down the lake a little bit, and I'm up, I don't know, probably the 8-mile marker, the Twin Island area, back in a couple coves that I've never been back in, haven't fished. So just doing a little scouting, looking for some brush, looking for structure, you know, areas that I can come back and fish. What I'm doing is I've got side imaging and down imaging going right now, and like I said, just looking for brush. If I come across some brush, I'll show you what I'm looking at. So let's see if we can find some stuff. All right, so here's some brush here that I'm gonna mark. I'm gonna mark that there. So that's a pretty good looking spot. So what I want to do is bring that cursor over there, and I'm just gonna hit mark, and I'm gonna mark that as brush, and there we go. So now what I can do is I can come back and I can fish that at a later date. Maybe come back and spider rig it, vertical drop it, look at it, see what's on it. So try to make the most of the day. The rest of the day, it's 1:30. Like I mentioned earlier, I have not been on the water since probably October. So didn't expect to come down here and really get on them, especially with pulling jigs. It's still pretty early, but I want to be ahead of things this year, so we'll keep seeing if we can kind of narrow them down a little bit. I think you could probably find fish if I started side scanning docks and looking for schools of fish under docks. I think that's probably where they're at, condo docks still and that. So I don't think, I wanted to see if they had started moving to spring pattern at all. Maybe starting to, I mean, obviously they're not getting ready to move up. I mean, the water temperature is 40 degrees, so we've got a ways to go, but just wanted to kind of see. I've never really focused on that aspect of it like I'm going to try this year, try to stay ahead of them. So if I come across something interesting, I will check back in with y'all. But otherwise, it's a beautiful day today. A little chilly. It's in the 40s now, so a little windy, a little chilly, but otherwise it's a good day to be on the water. And I appreciate you guys, and if you haven't, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button for me. It really helps. I think last time I looked, about 90% of my views are from unsubscribed viewers. So yeah, we're gonna try to get out at least once a week, make a effort to do that this year, and try to keep the content consistent. So best time of the year, in my opinion, right now, moving forward, to be on the water. I've seen maybe 10, 15 other boats on the water today, and it's definitely peaceful. So you guys take care, and we'll see you on the next one.